Over a period of time, discontent over non-implementation of the gentleman's agreement was building up in the Telangana areas. Diversion of surplus revenue from Telangana to other parts of the state, discrimination in employment in government sector, and granting of domicile status to coastal Andhra persons working in Telangana region in violation of the Mulki rules. It began as a protest over some appointments and soon became a mass movement in which students of Osmania University played a key role. They have fought against this. In 1969, Telangana agitation arose after students felt betrayed and ensuing battle with the government and the students. 369 students were killed in police firing. Around the same time, several leaders from Telangana came together to form a forum called Telangana Praja Samiti to work for the formation of a separate state, later took the shape of a new political party. The central government held long talks and came up with an 8-point plan which basically consisted of setting up several committees. Even though this did not satisfy most people, the agitation receded for the time being. Telangana Praja Samiti Party. Children, imagine yourself to be a member of the Telangana Regional Council. What social development activities would you have suggested? List 3 most important schemes which you would have proposed. In what ways do you think employment opportunities for SCs, tribal and nomadic people of Telangana could have been ensured? What would have been the best way to use the mineral resources of Telangana? Do you think the challenges faced by the farmers and laborers of Telangana were very different from those of the other regions? Discuss in the class. Why do you think did the students play a leading role in demanding a separate state for Telangana? A 6-point formula was formulated by the central government in 1973, assuring all the regions that priority in government employment would be given to local people, educational opportunities would be expanded in all areas, a central university would be set up in Hyderabad, etc. At the same time, the Mulki rules and the regional committee for Telangana were dropped. In this way, Telangana lost its distinct identity as promised in the gentleman's agreement. All areas of the state of Andhra Pradesh were treated as one and same. Now, you can see the newspaper items here, Golconda Patrika and some other news item in about Osmania University under police siege. Now, Mulki rules, that is local rules. What were Mulki rules? Why were they dropped? Mulki rules were promulgated by Nizam in 1919, and these Mulki rules were intended to open employment opportunities to Telugu people. It may be noted that in those days, official posts were being cornered mostly by elite Muslims from Hindustan, that is North India, Kayasthas and Brahmins of Bengal, Bihar area, Maratha Brahmanas like Deshmukhs, Patels, etc. These Mulki order of Nizam ordains that a person seeking employment under Nizam must be a citizen of Hyderabad for a period of at least 15 years. The Mulki rule reads like this: a person shall be called a Mulki if by birth he is a subject of the Hyderabad state or by residence in the Hyderabad state be entitled to be a Mulki, or His father, having completed 15 years of service, was in the government service at the time of his birth, or she is a wife of a person who is a mulki. These were the rules by which a person could be called a mulki. Growing discontent in Telangana. Discontent means dissatisfaction, disappointment. Despite the gentleman's agreement, many key points like the constitution of a regional council were not implemented. Only a regional committee was set up and its recommendations were not mandatory and often ignored by the government. Many developmental activities took place in the state of AP. Major dams were built, irrigation and power projects initiated, vast mining and industrial complexes were opened. Green revolution in agriculture was initiated to transform agricultural production. A large number of universities and technical institutions were established. After 1990, the state saw a boom in the formation technology industry, especially in Hyderabad. However, the people of Telangana felt that the development was very uneven and its real benefits was going to other regions of the state. Now, what is Green Revolution? There were many developmental activities which were going on in the different departments like mining, power projects, Vizag steel industries, universities, like that. But Green Revolution, a large increase in food production in developed and developing countries achieved by using modern agricultural techniques like mechanization, that is use of machines in the agricultural sector, and use of pesticides and fertilizers. What is the net irrigated area in lakh hectares 2007 in Telangana and Andhra? In 1955-56, Andhra region saw 4.2 lakh hectares. In 2006-7, 5.3, and the growth was 20%. But in Telangana, 4.8 lakh hectares were there in 1955 and 56, but there was only very minute development in the net irrigated area. Irrigation means the supply of water to the fields for agriculture, and in that Telangana has achieved only 5% growth in net irrigated area. You can here see again in 1955-56, 17 lakh hectares, and 2006-7, 23. 135% growth is there, and in Telangana 7 1955-56 and 19 in 2006-7. 257% growth is there. The major dependence of Telangana on who sunk expensive wells and tube wells, while Andhra region was dependent upon canal irrigation which was provided by government. Children, here you have to understand one thing. Canal irrigation means the river water flowing through canals and reaching to fields. But in Telangana, people were depending upon expensive wells and tube wells, bore wells. Here you can see the pictures of dependence of digging of borewell here, and whereas in Andhra region more dams were constructed and more reservoirs were constructed and more canals were constructed. While income from agriculture per rural person was the same, about 7,800 for the two regions in 1993 and 94, it rose steadily to 11,800 by the year 2007-8 in Andhra region, while there was no steady increase in Telangana and it rose to around 10,000 only. At the same time, agricultural labor increased from 38% to 47% of the population in Telangana region, but in Andhra it increased only 1%. That is, laborers, people were becoming agricultural laborers, but in Andhra it was only 1% people who were changing to agricultural laborers. Due to drought means without rains, lack of rains, failure of crops and loss livelihood among people between May 2004 to November 2005, Telangana reported 663 suicides out of 1068 reported in the state of United Andhra Pradesh. Many people were dying due to suicides because of failure of crops and loss of money. The literacy rate in 2001 in Telangana was 53%, but in Andhra it was 63%. Why it was high in Andhra region? Here you can see the picture of a school conducting meeting to parents and children. The total number of colleges in Telangana were 159, and if Hyderabad is excluded, only 116. But in Andhra, there were 181 colleges for the same number of youth. In a similar fashion, the grant for college education was about 93 crores in Telangana and it was 224 crores in Andhra. Why so much money was spent on education over the region of Andhra Pradesh, and why very much less funds were allocated to Telangana region? After the merger, the language and culture of coastal Andhra was promoted as the ideal language and culture, and those of Telangana were treated as being backward. The history, culture and leaders of Telangana were not adequately represented in the school textbooks. The folk deities and festivals of Telangana were being ignored, while the festivals and Sanskritic cultural practices of the coastal regions were given prominence. The films too depicted the people of Telangana as backward and crude. There is a little doubt that the culture industry in Andhra Pradesh at present is dominated by the coastal Andhra side, as they own much of the film industry and other means of mass communication such as the print and audio visual media. Hence, they can exercise a substantial amount of power over the forms of culture that are popularized, besides influencing public debate on issues of importance to the state. The domination of the film industry by coastal Andhra businessmen, filmmakers, popularized the delta landscape with its green paddy fields as the ubiquitous background for the most movies produced by them. Sri Krishna Committee report, page number 402. Sri Krishna Committee, which was commissioned to study over the regions of Andhra and Telangana in the view of a demand for separate Telangana state. Rich people from coastal Andhra and outside the state began investing in a big way in purchasing land in Telangana, especially in and around Hyderabad city. While this brought investment into the region, The local people did not benefit much from this development and were in fact losing control over their own land to real estate developers. Large number of people participated in different ways. Across this chapter, we have given a series of images that represent these events from the years after 2000. Sakala Janula Samme shows participation of teachers, farmers and women marking their demand. Here you can see observance of Batukama festival, and here you can see the pictures of people agitating for the cause of separate Telangana. Sakala Janula Samme. By the 1990s, the Telangana region too had developed an elite population drawn from former landlords and doras, industrialists, mining contractors, traders and high officials. They provided the leadership as they wished to expand investment opportunities for themselves and had a free hand in taking decisions related to the use of natural resources of the state like minerals, water and power. Now, can you remember what are the festivals, main festivals that are celebrated in Telangana? Prepare a month-wise list like Sankranti in January, Shivratri in February, mostly because Telugu months and English months do not coincide exactly. Ugadi in March, Ramanavami in April, Vinayak Chavithi in August month, Dasra in the month of October, Diwali in the month of November, Christmas in the month of December. And these are the Muslim festivals. It depends on Muslim calendar. It comes every 11 months, so it will change every year. Ramadan and Muharram and Miladun Nabi. So these are the kind of festivals we celebrate in our Telangana. Make a list of films which represent the people, language and culture of Telangana accurately, because in many movies Telangana language and Telangana dialect was represented in a very miserable manner. But in Jai Balo Telangana, Por Telangana, Veera Telangana, Sammakka, Sarakka, Batkamma, Kumram Bhim, in pictures like this, Telangana culture was picturized accurately. Now, children, we will ponder over some questions like this. During the last 20 years, Hyderabad has become a very large and prosperous city. Why were the people of Telangana not satisfied with it? And the second question is, the problems faced by farmers and artisans of Telangana were similar to the problems faced by such people in other states too. Do you think that formation of a separate state is a sufficient solution to their problems? Why? Now, the movements in 1990s, as a result of economic liberalization policies, farmers, artisans and others faced severe problems, while a large number of contractors and private investors made huge profits. The farmers faced a steep hike in the prices of inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, power, etc., and competition from cheap imported agricultural products, which were very ineffective. In Telangana, the depletion of groundwater resources further intensified the crisis as farmers had made huge investments in boring deeper wells. This led to a spate of farmer suicides in the region, as mentioned above. In Telangana, this also took the form of rapid sale of farmlands to outsiders. Outsiders came and bought all the farmlands from the farmers because agriculture was not profitable anymore. Tribal caste organizations like Tudum Debba, Lambadi Nagarbheri and Yerukala Kurru among others came up for protecting their existential needs. Jal Jungle Jamin, in view of the onslaught on their conventional forms of life. Madiga Dandora, Kurmagolla Dol Debba and Moku Debba were formed. The caste professions, toddy tapping, sheep growing, weaving, fishing, were increasingly becoming irrelevant to the artisans, and the caste professions were threatened. A Telangana Information Trust was set up in 1989 by the intelligentsia to bring out information on injustices done to Telangana. On November 1st, 1996, Telangana Vidroham meeting was organized in Warangal by a group of intellectuals. This gave rise to several popular meetings leading to the formation of several organizations for demanding the formation of Telangana state. Telangana Janasabha 1997 and Telangana Mahasabha 1997 facilitated the merger of the movements of the weaker sections with movement for state. Telangana employees, including teachers, non-gazetted and gazetted officers, formed groups. The Telangana intelligentsia came together to hold a seminar in Osmania University in 1997 and helped to conceptualize the issues from various angles. The employees, students, writers and the cultural activities began holding seminars, lectures, meetings, dhoom-dhams and so on. This period was vital in Telangana to prepare the new generation of activists. With this new spirit, a number of new organizations were formed. The same period produced literary and cultural activism combining all the trends. The cultural activists visualized social change in the context of a new state. Hundreds and thousands of cassettes, CDs and booklets were produced and were circulated and regularly heard in hotels, marriage parties, festive occasions and drawing rooms of Telangana people, and even on cell phones as ringtones, indicating the growing popularity of the new Telangana movement. You can here see the activists of separate Telangana. Children, give examples of how people from different walks of life joined the movement. Why do you think it was important for all of them to come out into the open in support of the movement for separate state?